Sorry, that's how I feel about it officially being August. Obviously my favorite month of the year because it's your girl's birthday, it's Leo season, it's peak summer. It's just a good month to be alive, you know? And what a month this is gonna be, you guys. There is so much going on. I am kind of exploding inside, but also my heart is bursting with love because of this fabulous month. So I'm gonna bring to you a beauty favorites, things that I've been loving, because I haven't actually filmed a favorites video since the end of May, which is a tragedy. But that's also because many of the products remain the same, but obviously there's been a lot of things that I've been loving. So here we are, a little beauty favorites for you. Also, if you happen to notice a little thing, don't you fret, I'll be talking about that in an upcoming video, but let us just look beyond that and look at all the things that we've been loving. And at the same time, please let me know in the comments down below any products that you have been loving, things that have been tickling your soul and making you feel fab, because life is good. And so is beauty. Okay, let's dive in. Let's start with some skincare. I've used up a lot of things. I talked about my product empties. Wanted to mention a few of the new things that have been rocking my world. First being the Rhode Glazing Milk. Now I've mentioned this before, but I have tried all of the Rhode products. The serum and the cream, I tried when they first came out. I was like, okay, this is another nice cream. It feels good. The glazing milk, I don't know what it is about this. Maybe it's a texture thing, the enjoyment of applying it onto my face, all of the moisturizing goodness. This is like a dry skin gal's dream. It feels really good on the skin, and it's a beautiful makeup prep product, and I've really been loving it. I just pour it all into my hands or straight onto my face, slap it in, and it's just an extra layer of juicy goodness. It feels so good. I love the packaging. I love the ritual of it, and I've been keeping it at my makeup desk and literally just throwing it all over my face. Beautiful. Beautiful product. The face moisturizer that I have been loving. Now, nude sticks, obviously, I have worked with nude sticks for a very long time. I tried the entire skincare lineup when they first came out with it. Not many of them made their way into my everyday skincare lineup because I have such tried and true faves. It's hard for me to steer away, but I have to say that I have been loving the nude stick Citrus C Mask and Daily Moisturizer with yuzu and turmeric. This lovely little moisturizer. It just feels so good, and I felt like I hadn't given it a true test prior to me going on my little Portugal trip with nude sticks, which was so fun. And I used it while I was there, and I was like, damn, this is such a good face moisturizer. Why don't I use it more? I love the citrus smell. It just kind of adds to the morning ritual, really. When you put it on, you're like, oh, this just smells so fresh and citrusy, like I'm starting my nice day with this. It's really hydrating. It feels so good on the skin, and it's nice and thick too. So another one to love if you have more dry skin. This is just gonna do it all. And it sits well under makeup as well. So I have been loving that, swiftly making my way through that and using it on the daily. She's beautiful. Now for a nighttime serum, I also just wanted to say I got a little product sneak peek that I can't technically mention yet, but I wanted to put a little timestamp for when I am inevitably able to discuss it because it's been so good. A nighttime serum, very exciting little alternative that's up and coming. Can't wait to talk more about that because it's divine. Yeah, I had a little staycation with Caudalie, and it was so exciting because I've met the founders. I have worked with Caudalie and the team for years. I love them and I love everything that they do, but Mathilde and Bertrand, the founders of Caudalie, they actually came to Vancouver, which was so exciting. Nobody ever comes to Vancouver, and we had such a nice little evening with them. And obviously when the founders of a beauty brand get to speak personally to you about their products, it's always very exciting. But they launched some newness. They are launching some upcoming newness, and the ones that I got to try were the salicylic spot solution. Now I love me a good spot treatment. This is the best one that I've ever tried. My skin has actually been really happy lately, but on the night that I went on that staycation, I used this overnight. I had a zit. My zits are mountainous, and they're usually like deep beneath the skin. It's the bane of my existence. They're always very painful, and I just happen to have like a huge mountain that had started to grow. It often happens for me when I go to events or when I travel. My skin's just like, surprise, we're growing Mount Vesuvius on your chin. You are welcome. So the same thing happened that night, and I was like, crap, this is gonna be a huge mound in the morning. It's gonna be so annoying. So I put this on, and the bump was gone. The bump was gone overnight, and normally that would have sat there for days and days and days, like waiting, peaking, building pressure until the whitehead finally comes through. You know the feeling. It's the worst. It stopped it in its tracks, and it blew my mind. Let it be known, it was fabulous. And I also love the packaging. It's so tiny. It's so cute. I love the little color. And it works, which is obviously the main part. The packaging is a close second. And then we also got to try their new Smooth and Glow Oil Elixir. Packaging, stunning. It's really covered in my gunk, sorry. What I love about this, other than the divine smell, This oil soaks into the skin. There's a lot of body oils that sit on top of the skin and end up just getting all over your clothes. I like that this one actually soaks in and hydrates the skin. It's also a really thin bottle, which is nice because it's a spray. And sometimes when I've tried body oils that have a spray and the bottles are really like big and thick, you can't hold it. It like slips out of your hands and falls everywhere when you're trying to spray the oil, which is so annoying. So this bottle is really, is the word I'm looking for ergonomic? I don't know, but you know what I mean. It's easy to apply, which is divine, and it smells so good. Mathilde was talking about it, and she said it reminds her of sitting under a fig tree at her family's vineyard. And I said, what a beautiful, specific scent memory to be brought back to. That is a magical life you live, madam. But yeah, it really smells good. It kind of smells like a fresh tree branch. Like it's so, it's fresh and beautiful. The scent is divine. And I love me a good body oil. So that was new in. Speaking of body, I am almost done this one and I'm upset. I need to get 12 million refills so I can bathe myself in this all day. This is the Nudestix Nude Body Peptide Body Cream. I literally, oh my God, my hairs are all over it. That's disgusting. But well, it's used and loved. I'd say I have one solid use left in here and I'm saving that for my little tanning day. But this is a body cream that I've been using on like more in-depth extra pamper nights. I've kind of been using it sparingly because it's so thick, it's so juicy, it's so beautiful, and it soaks right into the skin. This paired with a body oil, has that similar kind of citrusy smell to the face lotion, which is very nice and refreshing on the body. But if I've had a bath, if I've had an extra deep exfoliating shaving day, I put this on and it just feels divine. And I love the tub. So much product to just pour all over your body. Oh, and it smells so good. Quick little fragrance chat. There's a lot of fragrances that I love and a lot of fragrances that I'm a repeat offender of using. Like I will just, it's that term again, but I will hyperfixate on a fragrance and then use it up. And I wear the same thing every day. And I recently looked at my abundance of fragrances and I thought I really need to use some of these because I'm sure they expire. I must test the waters and play a little bit more. So I was diving into some of my old faves and fragrances that don't see the light of day enough. And I have been bathing myself in the Jo Malone Wild Bluebell cologne. I'm pretty sure I vlogged the day when I went to this. If not, I posted stories. But the day I got this, I think it was last year at some point, I went and did a little scent combination class at the Jo Malone store in Vancouver, and I had paired this one with another fragrance. But I have to say, speaking of summer, fresh, delightful scents, it's such a unique smell to me. Like when you smell it, you can literally picture a bluebell flower and the scent. Like if you just shoved a flower up into your nose, like that is the smell of this, but in a fresh way, not an overly like rosy floral way. It's fresh, it's sweet, it smells like green summer air, and I just love it. It smells divine. And I pulled it out of the collection, and this has been the fragrance that has been gracing my body. I'm gonna have to decide what my wedding fragrance is gonna be. I think it's gonna be the Armani Santal d'Anchat, the like newer one to me, because that's very weddingy to me. But I realized like if I select a scent, it's going to carry that scent memory forever. Like scents are important. I'm curious to know for any of you if you had a specific wedding scent and what that is. Do we agree with the Santal d'Anchat? I don't know, that's gonna be a tough decision. Anyway, that's one that I've been loving. Let's move on to the makeup, my friends. I just have to give you a lovely little update on the Estee Lauder foundation that I have been loving. The Futurist Hydra Rescue. Does it say moisturizing? Yep, moisturizing makeup SPF 45. What a beautiful daily foundation this has been. I have two shades, 1N0 Porcelain and 2N1 Desert Beige. Now I'm just gonna start with my only disappointment in this, and that is the shade undertones. They pull very, very pink on me, specifically this one. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it's quite pink. The lighter one's actually a little bit better. The lighter one's one I have on now, obviously, and I think it's got a beautiful neutral undertone. But when I have my tan on and when I'm reaching for the deeper shades, I do just wish it was a little bit more of a true neutral, maybe a little bit warmer. I need to get a different shade in it, even though I bought 2 tubes. I need to go and see all the other shades and see if there's one that kind of suits my tanned skin a little bit better. But yeah, it's just one of those ones that you apply and it kind of turns more pink as you wear it, I guess, this shade in particular. But it's so beautiful. I used up my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation, and this has totally been the replacement. In comparison between the two, this one's just a little bit lighter and a little bit more moisturizing and like dewy of a finish. And it's the foundation I have on my skin now. It's the foundation that I have been putting all over my face for many, many weeks at this point. Perfect if you have dry skin, perfect if you love a natural finish, and so easy to just slap on. Because it's that lighter, more moisturizing finish, it just soaks into the skin. You really don't have to blend too much. I apply it with a brush. That's my preferred way, or just the method that I've been doing recently. And I have officially successfully used the underpainting method with it, even though I had totally missed the boat in a previous video, LOL. But I love it, huge favorite, adding to the top in my daily rotation. Now for a little concealer update, I've also been testing out the new NARS under eye brightener. This one's in the shade Night Swan and has been the one that I have been using. It's got quite a pinky peachy undertone, so it's really nice in canceling out those under eyes. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but I applied it onto this under eye on top of my makeup, like once I was all done, because I just wanted to see if I could like make a substantial difference to show you in the video. And I hope that you guys can see how much brighter this under eye actually is. Now it's really nice. I wouldn't consider this a corrector necessarily. Like it really is an under eye brightener. So if you just wanted to add some light into your under eyes without caking on a thick layer of extra product, this is a really nice option. I would still consider it different than a corrector. And I still wouldn't use this as a concealer necessarily all over my face, obviously. But just directly under the eyes, for the record, it's applying on top of powder very nicely. It really does just bring the light to the under eyes. It's a really nice, thin, creamy formula. It's not too dry if you have a lot of dryness in your under eyes and fine lines. It just sits on the skin so nicely. And yeah, literally brings a lot of light. So as far as the product definition and what it is described to do, it absolutely works. I have been using it on a daily basis and I really love the effect. Also love the packaging. Love this. It's so satisfying and so cute. A little bronzer update, a new one in the rotation. This is the Vive Modern Radiance Bronzer. Love the packaging. Lots of product in here. I have the shades light and medium. I most often use the shade light, and medium is quite warm in comparison. This one's much more of like a cool toned contour shade. In terms of shade differences, the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer is a little bit deeper. So when I'm using the Vive ones, I'm using light and medium and mixing between the two. And when I use the Makeup by Mario one, it's like that shade right in the middle. So if I'm trying to condense my everyday makeup bag, honestly, I'm gonna prefer the shade that can just be used with one singular shade. But going into the winter, my more pale skin, this is going to be the perfect shade. And I like that I can tailor the shade that I need depending on where my skin is at. So love the formula. It's totally in lines with the Makeup by Mario one, with being really, really sheer and creamy and beautiful and so natural on the skin. It adds a really beautiful glow. Like the product, the formula itself, absolutely gorgeous. And it's not too pigmented, so you really can't go overboard with it, which just really adds into that beautifying natural makeup, which we love here. So absolute win for this beautiful new bronzer in the lineup, and I have been loving it. For blushes, the same faves remain. We use a lot of the same. Right now I'm actually wearing Bareback, Nude Sticks Bareback. It's the one I want to go for when I just want a quick, neutral, little easy blush. Nude Sticks Picante, obviously. Merit Stockholm, all the Laura Mercier ones, like just the consistent favorites. Two new ones in the lineup were the Dior Shade Extension in their Rosy Glow blushes, which I was so excited to have done the campaign with them. What an honor, Dior. I love you so much. My favorite from the new shades is definitely Rosewood. Just such a gorgeous, like kind of pinky mauvey, deeper berry shade option. Beautiful. And I just continue to wear this with the matching Rosewood lip oil. I love that each of the blushes has a matching lip oil. I think that's so cute, especially if you just are a gal who wears your same makeup look every day and you want an easy match. It's so perfect to just grab the blush, grab the lip oil. You're matching, you're stunning, you are glowing. Love to see the new shades, and that was just such a long time coming. I've also been testing out the new Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil, and this one's in the shade Pinch Me Pink. Now at first I was a little bit like, I don't know if I love this. It's a little bit sheer, it's quite wet on the face, so you're not getting too much pigment, and I love a lot of blush on my face, but I've really come to appreciate it, honestly. I love the pink, love the cool taupe pink. Obviously this is one of my favorite shades to wear on a daily basis on my face, and it's just really thin. Let me see if I can accurately show this. It just gives the lightest little tint of color, which can be so beautiful when you're doing the most natural makeup. If you love a no makeup look and you just want that fresh, glowing, dewy wash of color on your skin, it's perfect, really. And if you otherwise like a lot of blush, you can go with something that's a little bit more matte, a lot more pigmented on first, and then if you just wanted like that glowy blush topper, like you can kind of just use this like a highlight too, adding that natural layer of dew on top of the skin. You can kind of use use it both ways, which is really nice. And yeah, the color is perfect. Love how fresh it makes your skin look. There's no glitter in it, so you really just have that layer of dewy juiciness. It's turned into a fave. And then for lips, honestly, I've been so boring with my lips. I've really just been wearing the same things over and over again, but I have to give a little shout out to the lovely little matte liquid lipstick that kind of ruled the roost this month. This is the Sephora Soft Matte and Easy liquid lipstick in the shade 06 What's the Matter? And this is very much a soft lip stain. It is matte, so if you have dry lips, be warned. It was the most lovely wash of color. I showed that I love to apply this, and if I want something more juicy and hydrating on the lips, I put a lip balm on top of it, and it layers up really nicely, but it's super long lasting. I love the OG formula of the Sephora cream lip stain, so this is a beautiful little kind of softer stain version of it, like a lighter stain. I don't know. Like, I would consider the other one to be the liquid lipstick, and this is more of a lip stain, which I love, and I just thought that this particular shade of pink, this like deeper, brighter pink, is just a lovely bold lip, and it's so fun to play with that kind of color in the summertime for me. I really haven't been playing with bold lips and colorful lips a lot lately. It used to be a thing that I did a lot, and I really haven't been wearing brighter, bold colors, so this is kind of taking me out of that rut, and I saw it was new and at Sephora. I picked it up and I was like, yes. Love at first swipe. And that wraps it up, my friends. Those are all the beauty things that I have been loving lately. I think we have an exceptional lineup. I say that every single time I film a beauty favorites, but it wouldn't be a beauty favorites if they weren't my favorite things. So there we go. Those are all the things that I have been loving. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Please let me know what beauty products you have been loving. I would also just like to say that now this is the official countdown. This is the wedding countdown. Like, I need to hone in my beauty routine like never before and figure out what the frick I'm putting on my face for my wedding day. The more I do it and the more I think about it and talk about it, the more I'm like going to a more natural makeup look, and it's stressing me out because I'm like, I don't know. Like, watch me just end up getting my makeup done by somebody. I gotta figure it out. I'm actually doing a trial with someone because I just need to see, because I'm scared that I'm gonna like choke and be too stressed on the day, you know? Anyway, lots of feelings, lots of thoughts rolling around, but it is time. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all very, very soon for a new one. Bye!